Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome back to English Weaver. We're so happy to have you here. In today's episode, we'll learn how to talk about Christmas traditions in English, step by step, making it super easy and fun to follow.
Hello! How are you today?
Hi, I'm great, thank you. How about you?
I'm doing well, thanks. Feeling very festive already.
Me too. I'm so excited for today's topic. How about you? Christmas is always, so fun to talk about.
Oh, absolutely. I can't wait to get started. There's so much to cover.
Definitely. Before we begin, remember to hit that subscribe button, like this episode, and share with your friends who are also learning English.
It really helps us reach more learners, and we love seeing this community grow.
Thank you so much to everyone for your support. It means the world. Now let's start our conversation about Christmas traditions.
Let's do it. So, where should we begin?
Well, I think the best place to start is right at the beginning, with those simple, casual conversations you might have with colleagues or friends.
That's small talk, right?
Exactly. So one of the most common questions you'll hear as the holidays get closer is, are you ready for the holidays?
Mm-hmm. That's a classic.
Let's repeat that one so everyone can practice. Are you ready for the holidays?
Are you ready for the holidays?
It's a really friendly way to just check in with someone. Another great one is, do you have any exciting plans for Christmas?
Ooh, I like that one. It's a bit more personal.
It is. It invites a slightly longer answer. Let's repeat that one too. Do you have any exciting plans for Christmas?
Do you have any exciting plans for Christmas?
So if someone asked you that, what would a natural response be?
Well, I could say something like, I'm getting ready. I still need to buy some gifts this weekend, though.
That's a perfect answer. It's friendly, it gives a little bit of information, but it's not too long.
Exactly. So now, for you listening, think about it for a second. How do you usually respond to this question? What are your plans?
Great prompt. Just taking a moment to think of a simple sentence is excellent practice. Okay, so once you get past those opening questions, the conversation often moves toward, actual traditions.
Right, what people actually do.
Yes. And for this, we often use different tenses. So let's start with the present tense, which we use for habits or things we do every year.
Okay.
A very common question pattern is, what do you usually do on Christmas Eve? The word usually is key here.
It signals you're asking about a regular tradition.
Exactly. So a simple sentence structure to answer this would be, we always verb on Christmas Eve.
For example, you could say, we always bake cookies on Christmas Eve.
Perfect. Or we always watch a Christmas movie on Christmas Eve. It shows it's a recurring event.
A family ritual.
Right. Now, what if you want to ask about a specific time in the past?
Then you would use the past tense.
Precisely. You might ask, what did you do last Christmas? See the difference? Not usually, but last Christmas.
It's asking about one specific year.
Yes. And the answer structure would be something like, last year, I verb past form with my family.
So an example would be, last year I visited my grandparents.
Exactly. Visited, the past tense. Or maybe, last year we went to the mountains.
So it's a specific memory, not a general habit.
You got it. That distinction is really important for sounding natural. Now, let's talk about future plans, especially when they aren't 100% certain.
This is where modal verbs come in handy.
Yes. Verbs like can, could, or might. These are fantastic for talking about possibilities.
They add a bit of nuance.
They really do. Let's focus on might and could. We use them when we're not totally sure about our plans yet.
So it's not a definite I will, but more of an it's possible.
Perfect way to put it. So, for instance, I could ask you, what gifts might you buy this year?
Okay.
Let's repeat that question. What gifts might you buy this year?
And a natural answer could be, I might buy a new book for my sister, but I could also get her a scarf.
That's a brilliant example. You see how that works? Let's break it down. You said, I might buy. And I could also get.
Right. Both show that I haven't decided yet. They're just ideas I'm considering.
Exactly. It makes the conversation sound much more fluid and, well, real.
Yeah,
Because we often don't have everything planned out.
that's very true.
So let's give you at home a chance to practice. What present might you give this year? Try to form a sentence using the word might.
Take a moment. Maybe you might buy some chocolates, or you might make something by hand.
Great suggestions.
Oh,
Okay, moving on. Another thing that native speakers do all the time is connect their ideas using simple words like and or but.
to make slightly longer, more complex sentences?
Yes, instead of just a lot of short, separate sentences. For example, instead of saying, I love decorating the tree, we listen to holiday music.
You can join them together.
Right, you can say, I love decorating the tree, and we always listen to holiday music. It just flows better.
It does. It shows the two activities are connected.
And what about using but? That's for connecting two different or contrasting ideas.
Sure. I could say something like, I enjoy the tradition of a big family meal, but I don't enjoy cleaning up afterward.
Huh, that's a very relatable example. And it's a perfect use of but. It shows the positive and the negative side in one smooth sentence.
It makes the language more dynamic.
It really does. Okay, now let's dive into some key expressions and phrases that are super common around Christmas.
Ooh, this is the fun part. The really specific vocabulary.
It is. And we're going to focus on whole phrases, not just single words, because that's how people really speak.
Good idea.
Let's start with decorating. Our first phrase is to hang up the stockings.
To hang up the stockings.
This means, putting those decorative socks, usually by the fireplace, for Santa to fill with small gifts.
A very classic image of Christmas.
It is. So in the sentence you might say, we always hang up the stockings on Christmas Eve.
Let's have everyone repeat that.
Good idea. Let's say it again.
Huh.
We always hang up the stockings on Christmas Eve.
Perfect.
Our second decorating phrase is to trim the tree.
To trim the tree. That one might be less obvious.
It might. It doesn't mean cutting the tree. It's a more traditional way of saying to decorate the Christmas tree.
Ah, I see. So it's a bit more idiomatic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you could ask someone, when do you usually trim the tree?
Wait, when do you usually decorate it?
Yep. Let's repeat that question. When do you usually trim the tree?
One more time. When do you usually trim the tree?
Great. Now let's move from decorations to my favorite part.
The food?
The food, of course. A fantastic phrase here is a big holiday feast.
A feast. That sounds wonderful.
It just means a large, special, celebratory meal. It's more than just a regular dinner.
It implies abundance and celebration.
Absolutely. So an example sentence is, my grandmother prepares a big holiday feast every year.
That sounds lovely. Let's repeat that one.
Okay, here we go. My grandmother prepares a big holiday feast every year.
And again, my grandmother prepares a big holiday feast every year.
Fantastic. And after the feast, what often comes next?
The gift.
The gifts. And the phrase we use for that is to exchange gifts.
Right. The giving and receiving part.
Exactly. It's a reciprocal action. So you can say, we exchange gifts after breakfast on Christmas morning.
That's a very common tradition.
It is. Let's get some practice with that sentence. We exchange gifts after breakfast on Christmas morning.
One more time. We exchange gifts after breakfast on Christmas morning.
Excellent. Now let's talk a little more about nuance. There are some phrases that are less about specific actions and more about feelings and politeness.
The cultural side of the language.
Precisely. Let's look at the phrase getting into the holiday spirit.
I love that one.
Me too. It just means you're starting to feel happy, festive, and excited about the Christmas season.
It's that feeling you get when you hear the first Christmas song of the year on the radio.
Exactly that feeling. So let's imagine a little dialogue you could say to me.
I started listening to Christmas music. I'm finally getting into the holiday spirit.
That's a perfect use of the phrase. You're getting into the holiday spirit. It shows a change in your mood.
A transition into feeling festive.
Yep. Now, what about when you want to ask about someone's traditions in a very polite way? Traditions can be personal, right?
You want to be respectful.
So a wonderful, polite phrase is, would you mind sharing?
Oh, that's very soft and considerate.
It is. It gives the other person an easy way to say no if they're not comfortable. So you can say, I know traditions are personal, but would you mind sharing one special family ritual you have?
That's so much nicer than just saying, what's your family ritual?
It really is.
Yeah.
It shows a higher level of social awareness and, well, advanced English skills.
It's a great one for B2 learners to master.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, now I think it's time for some direct practice for our listeners.
The repeat after me exercise.
You know it. I'm going to say 3 sentences, and I want you at home to repeat them right after me. We'll do each one twice.
Ready, everyone?
All right. Sentence number 1. We usually gather around the fireplace. We usually gather around the fireplace.
Okay, sentence 2.
Here it is. I might try a new recipe for the dinner.
And again.
I might try a new recipe for the dinner.
And the last one.
Sentence number 3. We love to watch Christmas movies together.
One more time.
We love to watch Christmas movies together.
Great job, everyone. Just saying the sentences out loud is such good practice.
It really is. It helps with muscle memory for your mouth and tongue.
And now, how about a little speaking or writing prompt for our listeners?
I love it. Go ahead.
Okay. I want you to think about your favorite Christmas tradition. Can you form one sentence using the present tense and one of the phrases we learned today, like trim the tree?
Ooh, that's a good one. It combines the grammar and the vocabulary.
Exactly. So, for example, a model answer might be something you'd say.
Okay, let's see. My sentence would be, I always trim the tree on the first weekend of December.
Perfect. It uses the present tense, I always trim, and our new phrase, trim the tree.
So take a moment and try to create your own sentence. You can say it out loud or even write it down.
Every little bit of practice helps.
It sure does. All right, for our last section, let's talk about a few cultural tips, things that might be a bit confusing for learners.
This is super helpful. The things that you don't always find in a textbook.
For sure. Let's start with a big one. The difference between Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
Ah, yes. This comes up a lot.
It does. Generally, in places like the US or Australia, you'll hear Happy Holidays used a lot. It's a very inclusive general greeting.
Because it covers all the different holidays around that time of year, right? Christmas, Hanukkah, New Year's.
You got it. It's often used in stores or professional settings, but Merry Christmas is still extremely common.
So when is it more appropriate to use Merry Christmas?
Usually it's reserved for when you know someone celebrates Christmas or on Christmas Day itself, or maybe in the few days right before it.
So Happy Holidays is the safe general choice, and Merry Christmas is a bit more specific.
That's a great way to summarize it. Now, for a fun little idiom,
Ooh, I love idioms.
this one is, Christmas comes but once a year.
Christmas comes but once a year. What does that mean?
It's basically a way of saying that it's okay to indulge a little bit or maybe spend a bit more money because it's a special, rare occasion.
It's like an excuse to treat yourself.
It is. It's a justification for celebration. So, for example, if I'm buying a huge chocolate cake, I might say, I bought extra dessert. Well, Christmas comes but once a year.
I'm definitely going to use that one.
It's a good one to know. Finally, a quick tip on asking about future plans, especially with colleagues.
Okay, in a work context.
Yes. A very natural way to ask about their vacation time is, are you taking any time off?
Ah, that's simple and direct.
It is. It's much more natural than saying something formal like, will you be absent?
Yeah.
You might say to a coworker, are you taking any time off around the 25th?
That's very useful. It's polite and professional.
Exactly. Well, I think that covers all our main points for today.
Wow, we went through a lot.
We did. We've talked about how to start conversations, ask and answer questions about traditions, using different tenses and modal verbs, and we learned a ton of useful phrases.
And some great cultural tips, too.
Now, we want to hear from you. Comment below and tell us about your favorite Christmas tradition using some of the phrases we discussed today.
Yes, please do. Practicing by writing a comment is a fantastic way to solidify what you've learned. We love reading them.
We really do. Thank you all so much for joining us for today's session.
Thanks, everyone.
We really hope you found it helpful. Remember, the key to improving is consistent practice, even if it's just a few minutes every day.
Listening and speaking a little bit each day makes a huge difference.
It absolutely does.
Yeah.
And don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and share if you found this conversation useful.
It helps us keep making more content for you.
We will be back soon with more conversations and language practice.
We can't wait.
Goodbye, everyone.
See you next time.